Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, L'char Kodash, that belongs to the apostles and elders of GMS that teach us this word. And shalom unto the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth that's trying to make it up out of here in truth and in sincerity. So this lesson that I want to bring out, I'm gonna title it, "How far are you willing to go for the Most High?" You know, because you have to be willing to go very far at lengths. You have to be willing to go as far as death for this truth and for the Most High first and foremost. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai has given us life. You know, that is our heavenly power. Therefore, we have to be willing to go all in. You know, and taking hold of this truth. You know, if you're in this truth, you have to be willing to lay down your life for it. You know, so here I want to get 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 10. It says, "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushai with eternal glory." You know, so it's saying that this truth is something that's outside of just yourself. You know, you can't just look and think selfishly when it comes to this truth. This truth is all about sacrifice. Therefore, you have to be willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of this truth. And if you aren't, you need to reevaluate. You know, you should be ready to lay down anything. You know, you have to be willing to go as far as laying down your life for this ministry, for this truth, for the Most High. You know, with the Most High, it has to be where if the Most High says jump, you say how high. You know, because that's what this truth is about. Everything that we do should be for this truth. Everything that we do should be for this ministry, should be for the Most High. You know, we have to be living sacrifices. You know, we have to live for things outside of just ourselves. And we have to want to as well. You know, here I'll get 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 2. Because here it says, "Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." You know, so it says to feed the flock. Who feeds the flock? The men of the Lord, the prophets. You know, so this is talking to the men of the Lord, just talking to the prophets. It says, "Which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly." You know, it shouldn't be something that you know is hard or something that as a matter of fact, here I get the definition of the word constraint for further edification. It says Strong's, actually here I just get the pronunciation.
Strong's G 317, anakastos. Anakastos.
It says by force or constrain. You know, in the Strong's definitions it says compulsorily or by constraint. So yeah, it shouldn't be something that you have to be forced to do. You should wake up and want to put in towards this truth. You should wake up and want to go however far for this truth that you have to. You know, and it should be willingly. It should be something that you have a desire to do. It should be something that to put it plainly, you want to do. You know, it shouldn't be something where you think about, you know, you gotta go on the highway, it's like, I gotta go hit the highways. Nah. You know, you should be willing to go out in any temperature, any type of adversity for this truth. You know, that's why the real men of the Lord, that's why the people who are really you know, ready to give the Most High anything, we go out in whatever temperatures when it's time to go on the highways. You know, no matter how hot it is, no matter how cold it is, it could be raining, snowing, we hit the highways though. You know, because this is outside of just us. You have to think outside of just yourself. You know, so here I want to get 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 16. It says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel." You know, so it says, "For necessity laid upon me." You know, it says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of." This gospel shouldn't be anything that you do, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I should receive some type of glory for this. I should receive some type of thanks from somebody, or some type of you shouldn't be looking for glory. You shouldn't be looking for attention in this truth. It says, "For necessity is laid upon me." You know, this truth should be something that you feel like you have to do. This, or not have to in the fact that, you know, it's something that you feel like you have to be forced to do, but something that you feel like is what you're supposed to be doing. That's what it means by "for necessity is laid upon me." It's something that you're supposed to be doing. You know, it says, "Woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me." You know, so it says, "But if against my will." You know, here, let's get the definition of that word dispensation.
Strong's G 3622, oikonomia. Oikonomia.
And it says the management of a household or of household affairs, specifically the management, oversight, administration of others' property, the office of a manager or overseer, stewardship, administration, dispensation. You know, so it says, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. You know, so we have a oversight in this truth. You know, being prophets, being men of the Lord, our goal is to be a part of that 144,000. If we are, we'll have a so-called management over you know, Israel. You know, but only if we do this according to having that mindset that we're supposed to be doing it. You know, only if we're doing it willingly. You know, you have to have that mindset that if I don't do this, then I'm going to receive destruction. You know, you have to have that mindset that this is supposed to be your lifestyle. This is supposed to be something that you're supposed to be doing. You know, so here I want to get Romans chapter 8, verse 38. It says, "For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord." You know, so this is the mindset you have to have, that nothing will be able to separate you from that love that you have for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, you know, for the love of this truth. It says it starts off with death. You should want to go as far as death. Death shouldn't even shake you from having that connection with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Death shouldn't even stop you. The thought of death shouldn't even shake you in your efforts of willingly being a man of the Lord, or of willingly staying in this truth. You know, because that's how far you have to be willing to go. You know, and even the apostles and men of the Lord that came before us, we should look at them as role models. We should look up to them and want to you know, fit in their footsteps, walk in their footsteps. You know, for example, here I get 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 24. You know, I'm getting this because this is this is coming from the Apostle Paul. You know, and he was explaining all the things that he had been through while being an apostle. So it says, of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. So even though all these things happened to Paul, he continued to fervently serve the Most High. He continued to, with his full 100% might and strength, he kept serving the Most High. He kept staying diligent unto the ministry. He kept staying diligent unto being a man of the Lord. No matter what happened to him, he was stoned. He was beaten. So that's the mindset that we have to have, that no matter what happens to us for this truth, no matter what happened to us in this truth, we should want to keep going strong for it. And that's exactly what Paul did, and that's what we have to live up to. That's the endurance that we have to have. So hey, with that being said, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'char Kodash. And with that, hey, shalom.